Hey, how's it going? This is Owen with MySlumberyard.com, here today to talk to you about the Spindle Mattress, which is a bed that's all about being derived from natural and organic materials. We're just going to go over all the big things you need to know about this mattress. Things like construction, firmness, feel, pricing, and of course, who we think this bed might be best for. If this video helps you out at all, give us that thumbs up. We really appreciate that. Subscribe to the Slumberyard to keep up to date on all these online beds. And if you have any more questions about the Spindle Mattress at the end of the video, check down in the description. We'll have our full written review link for you down there. And we'll try and have our best list for our favorite natural and organic beds down for you there as well. All right, let's talk about it. Let's kick things off by just going over all the policy info for the Spindle Mattress. It's pretty similar to a lot of other online beds, but with one big difference. Spindle is a latex foam mattress, and latex foam is just heavier and harder to ship. So in order to make sure it ships to you free, it actually ships to you in separate boxes. So instead of getting it in a single box, you actually get the cover and the latex foam layers separately, which means you need to assemble this mattress yourself. There are a couple of other beds that do something similar, and having done this more than once, it's definitely not the easiest thing in the world to do. The hardest part is just making sure all the latex foam layers are properly aligned. If they're not, you can run into issues, especially when it comes to edge support. So you'll definitely want a friend or two to help you put Spindle together. After it arrives, you get an entire year to test out the mattress, which is honestly probably a bit of overkill. But it's really nice that they offer it. You'll have a ton of time to sleep on it and decide whether or not the mattress is really the one you want for the long haul. If it's not for any reason, you can return the bed and get all of your money back. Free shipping and risk-free trial periods is one of the biggest reasons buying a bed online is so appealing. If you end up loving and keeping the Spindle mattress, it is backed by a 10-year warranty. So that's all the policy stuff. Aside from the shipping in separate boxes and assembling it, it's basically in line with a lot of other online beds. So let's get into the construction of Spindle, which is probably the biggest reason you'll be interested in it. The construction of this mattress is super simple. It features 3 layers of latex foam with varying degrees of firmness depending on which option you select. And all these 3 layers are wrapped up in an organic cotton cover with a thin layer of wool woven in that adds just a bit more cushioning. The vast majority of beds that are marketed as being natural and organic use latex foam because it is a naturally derived foam that's actually made from the sap of a rubber tree. Spindle has a whole bunch of certifications from different organizations related to how natural the bed is. Latex foam is naturally hypoallergenic and antimicrobial. The cotton and the wool is certified organic, as is the latex foam inside the mattress. As consumers have become more health and environmentally conscious, a lot of mattress brands have been actively working toward making all natural beds with sustainably sourced materials. We'll try and link more information from Spindle's website about all these certifications down below in the description. But if that's something that you care about, Spindle should check a lot of those boxes. But due to Spindle being made only of latex foam, we can't really recommend it for heavier people. Latex foam is a resilient, durable material, but we typically like to see coils for added support for someone that weighs over about 230 pounds. We'll try and link our favorite mattresses for heavy people down below in the description. It should be solid for temperature regulation though. Latex foam is naturally aerated, and since you don't really sink into it much, you end up laying more on top of the material, so you probably won't heat up throughout the night. In fact, latex beds are some of our favorite mattresses for hot sleepers because they tend to do such a great job of circulating airflow. So that's what Spindle is made of. What does it actually feel like? Well, latex foam beds generally have a similar feel, and Spindle is no exception. It's really responsive, bouncy, and spongy. You're gonna lay down on it and receive solid cushioning, but you're not really gonna sink into it like you would with other types of foam, which means if you rotate positions a lot, it won't take much effort at all because it's so responsive. I personally like to think of latex foam beds almost having the opposite feel of memory foam. The thing to remember is little to no sink in and a lot of bounce. Let's move over to the firmness level of Spindle. So one of the more appealing things about this mattress is that you can select it in 3 different firmness levels. And because of how it's made, you can kind of customize that down the line. So when you purchase Spindle, you can get it in a soft, medium, or firm model. We think the soft comes in around a medium soft, so side sleepers will probably want to give that one a try. The medium we think is a true medium on our scale. It should work pretty well for all sleeper types. And the firm model is about a medium firm, so strict back or stomach sleepers should probably gravitate toward that one. But depending on which model you get, each individual layer of foam is actually labeled a different firmness level. So if you're so inclined, you can actually open up the mattress and rearrange the layers to change up the firmness a bit. But honestly, I don't really know how many people are going to do that, given that it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, and that Spindle's firmness levels are already pretty accommodating. It's a cool feature of Spindle, but I don't see anyone getting it for that reason. The bottom line is, Spindle should have a firmness level that'll work for pretty much everyone. So how expensive is this mattress? Well, it's definitely not cheap, but if you compare it to a lot of other beds in the natural and organic space, it's on the more affordable end of the spectrum. A queen size Spindle has an MSRP of about $1,600, but it's pretty much always on discount throughout the year. Right now, as I'm recording this video, they're offering $220 off a queen size to bring it down to about $1,380. Check down below in the description for that. I do like to remind people that mattress brands can play around with pricing quite a bit, but even at its regular non-discounted price, it's much more affordable than something like a Zen Haven, which is also a really popular latex bed. Latex beds just tend to be more expensive than a lot of other beds you can find online. Let's move over to a few considerations for couples, edge support and motion isolation. So if your partner, who has never done anything wrong in their entire lives, just happens to be a major bed hog that pushes you toward the edges of the mattress,
honey, I'm home, and I know you've never done something wrong in your entire life. Oh my God, Clarissa! What else are you hiding from me? Are you a bed hog too? From the makers of Bed Hog comes Bed Hog 2, a Slumberyard production.
you want to know that you're not going to get that roll-off sensation. The edge support on Spindle is probably in the bottom third of beds we've tested here at the Slumberyard. Fully latex foam beds in general often struggle with edge support because they don't have coils or any additional foam along the edge to help reinforce it. And like I said earlier, if those latex foam layers aren't aligned perfectly, then the edge support could be even weaker. So even if you really love to cuddle, you'll probably want to get at least a queen size, if not a king size. Motion isolation is also okay, but not great. Latex foam is naturally bouncier, so it's not going to do as well in this category as a memory foam bed, but we don't really see it being a deal breaker. And that's pretty much it. That is the Spindle mattress. Overall, we think it's a solid option for anyone who's specifically looking for a natural and organic latex mattress. Having to put together the mattress is kind of a hassle, but it does keep their prices down, and we think that Spindle being offered in multiple firmness levels is a big plus, because a lot of latex beds skew toward the firmer end of the spectrum. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, give us that thumbs up, subscribe to the Slumberyard, and like I said at the top, if you have any more questions about Spindle, check in the description for our full written review, and you can always write us in the comments section. We're just over here trying to give you the best information we can to help you with your mattress search. Anyway, as always, sleep right, sleep tight, and we'll see you next time.